The trip began at 12:00 p.m., a single hit of blotter paper marking the start of an unexpected journey. I was visiting my friend Kay's house, where we both planned to experience the effects together. We both drank large glasses of orange juice, believing in its potentiating effects. The first signs appeared subtly, colors becoming more vivid, Kay's cigarette leaving trailing sparks of light in its wake. 6 hours into our experience, Kay's friend called about getting some marijuana. Despite my reservations about leaving the safety of the house, Kay insisted we go. Once in the car, the real journey began. Suddenly, my consciousness separated from my body, floating above the vehicle, watching myself from an impossible perspective. Everything transformed into a two-dimensional cartoon world. My floating form developed a zigzag mustache, one eye becoming a spinning spiral, the other an eye of Horus projecting mystical symbols. My soul's head began spinning like a top, cycling through various cartoon faces until settling on my father's visage. Meanwhile, my physical form thrashed wildly, fighting off invisible entities. An electrical tornado descended upon my spinning consciousness. Both my physical and spiritual forms crumbled to dust, scattering across the universe, becoming one with everything yet nothing. The reality shifted again, and I found myself in a movie theater, confused and detached, watching scenes of people in a car. With growing horror, I realized I was supposed to be in that car. Struggling to return to consensus reality, I heard the driver's voice. I have seen people on 10 hits of acid, and I have never seen anyone that fucked up before. The fear gripped me completely. I was convinced I had become the world's greatest lunatic, understanding everything yet unable to explain any of it. These thoughts weren't mine, yet they screamed through my mind. Back at Kay's house, her parents asked if I was hungry. My heart raced audibly, and I could barely speak. Kay pulled me upstairs, where I collapsed on her bedroom floor. Suddenly feeling fine, I ran downstairs after Kay, but no one could hear me. Then I witnessed Kay and her parents run straight through my body, as if I were a ghost. Racing upstairs, I saw my own body lying still on the floor. The shocking realization hit me. I hadn't been breathing this entire time. In an instant, I snapped back into my physical form. At the hospital, reality continued to warp. Posters transformed into Japanese text, and a giant washing machine floated in the middle of the room. A crucifix on the wall spoke in strange tongues. Closing my eyes brought elaborate three-dimensional visions, 1960s imagery, smiley faces, peace signs, and grateful dead bears dancing in impossible spaces. My parents arrived to take me home. The experience had shaken me to my core, leaving me with lasting flashbacks and a profound respect for the power of psychedelic substances. But that night changed my understanding of reality forever. Whether due to unusual sensitivity or unknown factors, one thing became clear: the depths of the mind are far stranger than we imagine.